Alright, so I'm out here walking to the barber shop. It's a little brisky out here. I don't know if it's raining. And I'm walking through my building. I lived here. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I don't know. 28 years now, something like that. I would say 25, but I feel like I've been saying 25 for the last few years. Oh yeah, this is some of it. Some of the inside of where I'm at. Yeah. Better than nothing. So, I just want to continue what I was saying, my idea of a man, because I think I only like breezed on it because I had to go to work. I was kind of like in a rush. I got a little bit more time today. So, my idea of a man comes from also my grandfather. I remember going over to his house like growing up, and he was just always like, the center of attention. He, kind of like commanded the room in respect. His wife at the time, seemed like she looked up to him too. So, I want a wife like that who, looks at me a certain type of way. It's a certain look that she used to give him. And that's what I'm looking for, out of the woman that, I choose to, be with whenever I decide to, settle down and get married or whatever, if I do that. So, my dad, he was just a risk taker. And now that I know, that's just something that I want to embody, that part of him, taking more risk in life, just doing more to be a better version of myself. Like, so, my plan is to, do a lot more things that take me out of my comfort zone. And keep doing this. Maybe get on some roller coasters. I hate roller coasters, but I still get on them because I feel like, sometimes it's good to get the shit scared out of you. But just the other men, just growing up, my cousins, uncles, things like that. My grandfather on my mother's side too. Now that I think about it, because a lot of women will say that women from, back in the day were like oppressed and all that, but I'm thinking about my grandmother. I mean, she had it pretty good. She wasn't a slave, or I heard this lady on, I was watching Kevin Samuels. I watched his channel. I was watching her. She's talking about she feels like women, back in the day was slaves to their men. I'm like, I was thinking about from where I come from. And my parents, my grandmother was definitely not a slave. She definitely had a very big mouth. Just like my mother. Love you, Mom. So everything was like, I don't know. It was cool. Like, my grandmother, would always speak her mind. It's not like she didn't have an opinion and my grandfather didn't listen, but, at the end of the day, everyone would look to the head of the table to make the final decision. And, I feel like that's just the best way to work. You have a king and a queen. Queen support the king. Like, in a way like that. Just, supporting each other. And your king, protects and provides the family. I mean, I kind of get how that works. Everybody has their different job. You can't have two people, trying to do... You got one position and two people trying to do the same job. That doesn't work. I see how shit like that don't make no sense. As I'm watching more of this content stuff, like learning, I guess, define the, male and female position. But I also want to talk a little bit about the real estate. I'm going to be looking into some more of that today. I actually applied for my license, like, officially online. I'm waiting to hear back. It's COVID. It's taking forever. The people who know me, they already know that, I passed the real estate license exam from New York State, and I'm just waiting. I've decided to go with Century 21 as my broker. I mean, I just like it. They're number one. I want to be a part of number one. Number one anything. Is I feel like if someone on this team in real estate could do 200 plus transactions in a year, even if I did a quarter of that, it would be life changing. If I could learn how to do that, even just like if I did it 50% capacity. So whatever system they have, it works. and I'm going to learn it. I've actually been taking some classes. I just took a buyer's agent course, like when I was at work the other day. I was sitting there listening to the Zoom, and I learned so much. Like I said, it's so good to actually be able to get into the mindset of a real estate agent, because when I used to talk to them, calling to do, when I was like starting out like at wholesaling, I'll show y'all my list. Let me show you how many I've actually done. Called. Yeah, I've had my mother call too. She started doing that. They do like 100+ transactions a year, but I take the classes and I just do what I gotta do. I want to learn everything I can about real estate so that I can, bring real value to the market. I actually do want to help people, find their forever home, or at least their starter home, or there's somewhere where they can lay their head and rest and be comfortable at night. You don't realize how much you take little things like that for granted until you, like, I'm walking around in the city, I see so many homeless people. I just be like, damn, just seeing them, I just be grateful for having a bed, having a room, having hot water, having just the little things, a toothbrush. I was talking to my aunt about this recently, actually, about how I was grateful just to have a toothbrush, a toothpaste growing up. It was just always there. I didn't think about, the sacrifice and the money that it took to get those things, because I wasn't buying it at the time. But it was just always there. And, I was never without the basic necessities. So I'm very grateful for my mom and dad for being there for me and loving me, that the way I feel like a kid should. Now, my parents ain't perfect, but nobody perfect out here, and that's what they taught me as well. Even though my dad was sometimes trying to be crazy and tell me, like, when I would bring a test home, he'd be like, "Yo, Todd, so where's the 100 at? You got a 95. And then my mom would be like, giving him the look, like, you don't shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it's good, like I said, to have that balance in a household with, like, let's say, a mom and a dad. I wouldn't, want to have children or give children my name one day and not actually be there to raise them and provide and give them the things that they ask for, like my father did for me. That's the definition of a real man to me. Just being able to step up to the plate and be that foundation. I shouldn't even say the foundation. Be that wall of protection from the world, your family. You deal with the brunt of, I guess, whatever comes from the outside. And, your woman is caught in the middle, takes care of the inside. I mean, that doesn't sound like anybody slaving. It just sounds like teamwork. Everybody doing their job. Can you imagine if you were the manager? Oh my God. Yeah, so sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. I'm on my way to the barbershop. I gotta pretty myself up for the day. I'm gonna be meeting some people this weekend that I've never met before. So, I put my best foot forward and, look like somebody out here. Anyway, I'll holler back at y'all later. Alright, so I wasn't able to get to the gym because I ended up being on a conference call that lasted a while. So I'm gonna do another cardio workout. That's gonna make my 2 workouts for the day, because I have to go out tonight and I don't want to be too tired. I want to have a chance to lay down for a second. As you can see, I'm looking like somebody again. I actually got a little mustache finally growing in. Hope y'all can see that. It only took like 10 years, right? I know my dad had one, so I always wanted one too. So it looks like it's actually happening. So let's get on to this workout. Alright, so this was my second workout. I'm not gonna post both my workouts. I mean, they're both cardio workouts. I think you guys get the idea of what I do in the morning. I'll post it on the next video, but for this one in particular, I think I'm just gonna post this one. So This workout, I think I had quite a bit of energy. I was a little tired, but as you'll see me like start to die after a while, everything went good with this. Actually, I think this one right here is the last workout before I jump into my night. So this was the first round that I had got, and the food and the hookah. Oh yeah, I had to make sure I get it under the light with this one right here. You see, he's just smoking everything. I was just chilling out last night, man. Just gotta like live life, man. Should be crazy out here. So hookah is one of my new favorite things. So I'm gonna try out most of the spots in the city. Alright, so still out here. Got a new friend, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I think it's around 7 o'clock in the morning. And I guess I'm kind of doing the walk of shame, but I'm not. Because we didn't do nothing. Gotta film this video. Well, actually, I'm gonna hit y'all back. I gotta figure out which way to get the fuck home. I'm out here in the Bronx, and I have no idea. Alright, so I actually figured out how to get home, so I'm just take this walk. So I actually went out last night with a young lady. We had a good time. You know, the vibe was good. She actually invited me back to her house, and we chilled out, watched some TV, talked about video games. I mean, that's all we did, but you know, we adults here. I'm not gonna sit here and act like nothing crazy, you know. I really feel like I could have took it to another level, but something's holding me back. I can't even say something, but I already know it's holding me back, but I ain't gonna say that on camera. But so like this whole dating scene for me as a trans man or male or transgender experience, I mean, it's really not that serious. You just come out and you have a good time. You just talk. People be like, well, what do you talk to somebody on a date about? And you just fucking talk. They're like human beings. People who actually are interested in you and like you, they'll talk your head off. And you won't have to like force conversation or anything like that, because I mean, we didn't really have like moments of silence. We was drinking, the liquor kept flowing. It got to a point where she actually paid for me. She paid for the date. I was like, wow, so we actually supposed to meet up again next week, Friday. I don't know what's gonna happen that day, but but anyway, navigating this dating market as a man, a trans man, I don't know. It's a little different because I do most of the stuff I do online. That's how I find women, because it's just easier for me that way. Because they're kind of, I can't even say kind of, they already know, you know what I'm saying? They already know about me. When I use certain websites online to talk to women. So it's like, it's not like, oh, you tricked me. Oh, you didn't tell me you were trans. See, I'm not that guy. Any woman that I've dated will tell you that they knew before, you know, anything occurred. They knew before any type of physical interaction of any occurred, any kissing, anything. So, that's what I believe. You know, I know that I'm different, so I don't sit here and, you know, think that I shouldn't tell someone before getting physically intimate with them. So, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. What's good, bro? You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that people may not want certain things from a man. You know, like being able to like have him, you know, get her pregnant, you know, shit like that. I can't do that. So it's only right that I tell whoever that I'm with that, you know, I'm trans. Oh shit. Over here. It's crazy. So I'm over here East Brook Avenue. I'm over here on 149th in the Bronx. I'm like, oh shit, I saw the doctor over here. It's crazy how life brings you back around to certain places that you haven't been in a while. It's crazy. I would have never thought I'd be down the block from where my old doctor used to be. My old doctor is somebody who I used to see, his first team of people that I used to see for my transition. I used to come all the way out here to the Bronx every month for a prescription, like a 2-hour train ride. But I did that, and until I was able to find a doctor. Now they live like 15 minutes away from me by cab. So I'm grateful, but I put in the work. It's just like anything with entrepreneurship. You got to put in the time and energy and effort to get the things you want in life. Even if that means traveling 2.5 hours plus a walk out of your way for a prescription. Anyway, like also about dating, it's really not that serious. Like I said, God, I hope you guys could hear that. Dating, yes, it's really not that hard. I guess it's not that hard for me. Because one, I like to work out. I try and keep myself in better shape. So women like that, women who actually find me attractive, just in the jump will have more interest in you than somebody who doesn't know you try to run up on them cold. So I try to only deal with women who I feel they call high interest. You'll know a woman's high interest by the way she interacts with you. So I don't even have to explain that. A woman who answers your text within an hour or two, sit here and try to linger on shit all day. Someone who, when you try to set a date, actually set a date with you. She actually came down to the cab from where she was at to see me. So, I said she high interest. So, I'm thankful for looking the way that I do. I ain't gonna say that looks traumatic, because they do. So, get yourself in shape, get your body right, get your clothes game, get some nice clothes, not to be expensive. Just get something that fits you, and you'll be able to go around here and be confident talking to women too. Alright, so y'all, I'm in the train station. I'm about to take this 2-hour train ride back to Queens. So, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.